Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today, I'm going to scatter the last of my native grass seed. Quite a bit of prairie drop seed. This is a beautiful plant, but in order to get it growing correctly, you really need to scarify the seeds. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to toss these, but some of them are bound to grow. There's thousands and thousands of those in there. There's probably way more seed in there than there is in here because these seeds are so big. These are last year's seeds right here. I should have planted these either last fall or in the spring, or scattered them like I'm going to do, but I didn't have time. But any time is better than no time. These seeds are starting to get old, and a bunch of them are going to end up sprouting in the fall, so it's better to just get them out there than not do it at all. These are actually clovers, so I'm planting grass and clover. This is white prairie clover, and this is purple prairie clover. Purple prairie clover is drop dead gorgeous, and this amount of seed right here would make just tons of plants. Each plant has a whole bunch of flowers. I'll show you that real quick, and then we'll get to planting these. I have never seen the white prairie clover yet, but we'll see what that does as well. This seed, yeah, I'm giving this to the neighbor. We got split-beard blue stem. I tossed a bunch of that early this spring, and we got some purple prairie clover. I had a good-sized bag full of the purple prairie clover from my own clover, and I tossed that in the spring, but I actually bought this the year before, and I had it in the freezer and forgot about it. So we'll get both of these planted as well. I'll plant them along the trail back there. I'll plant them in the naturalized area of the prairie garden out front and along the road over here. I got to plant them in some place where I'm not going to spray 2,4-D and kill them, at least with these. The seed can go anywhere that I'm not going to kill everything off and start fresh like I did with a bunch of plots this year. So, without further ado, let's take a quick look at the purple prairie clover that's over here, and then we'll go toss these seeds. I planted one plant here. Oh, actually I planted two plants, and I think I have 3 or 4 now. But look at all of the flowers you get on these. And each one of these seed heads will give you, a small handful of seeds. And at the end of the year, I collect all these, and we'll have a ton of seeds again for next year. And I plan on just tossing these everywhere, along the roads, along the edge of the woods, pretty much just everywhere, and let this naturalize in the area. I'm going to start with the seed that I got today, and we're going to be doing this for a couple years, but let's go get this first batch spread. I'll show you these drop seed real quick, how small they are. We're going to mix this with vermiculite, just so we don't toss them all in one location. And I think these, I'll mix both of the clover together and then just split it into a couple different batches for the different areas that I'm going to spread this. I think we'll just do it in 3 different areas. So I'll mix these together, split them into 3, and then mix it with some vermiculite. Actually, I can probably just mix them all together. Really doesn't matter. All right, that's what I'll do. All right. Yeah, I will do these separate because they might just all fall to the bottom and then they'll be kind of useless there. They'll all be spread in one spot. Probably shouldn't have cut the bag like that. I like to reuse bags because I'm cheap. Mixy. Alright, we'll do this one right. A little bit breezy. Alright, these are a little bit smaller than the other one. The white are a little bit smaller than the purple. And again, I'm not going to get real fussy with this because this is, well, in the case of the clover, it's old seed. And we're scattering this pretty late in the year, so the chance of germination is less, but we'll get some plants out of all of this. I can guarantee that, but we're not going to know where they are until they pop up. May not see them for a year or two because native grasses and native flowers like this are perennials and they're pretty small the first year. Alright, let me get some baggies. We'll split all this up and go take our first walk. Okay, and then the Prairie drop seed, a very gorgeous native grass. I just did a video on planting nursery grown plants yesterday, no, 2 days ago. So that video is published already. I believe it published today. And any seed that I drop on the tailgate is going to end up scattered as well. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to split this up in three. I'm just going to do it by eye. I want the majority of these seeds on this back trail here, so we'll go do that first. Okay, I'll have to make a couple passes on this. This is the side oats grama. This grass right here is Canada rye, I believe. I have Canada rye and silky rye growing in the shadier areas. Yeah, I'm gonna get at this next year and get rid of a lot of this garbage in here. We have a blackberry infestation. Oh, I don't know if you'll even be able to see that. Got a big blackberry infestation over here. I will get down here and do some weeding. Look at the size of that mullein. And another one here. I guess mullein is natural to the area. That's common mullein. I don't want to spread anything right on the trail itself because I'm going to be working on this trail, leveling it off, and I don't want any big grasses or anything growing on it. I'll have to come in here at a later date and see what happened to some of the stuff I planted in here. This is big blue stem right here. Got little blue stem down there. It's interesting to see how this naturalizes. I believe this right here is the Blue Heaven little blue stem. Really tiny. And there's a couple more in here. And I have a colored switchgrass in there as well. Yeah, the potted stuff didn't do that well in here. This is the switchgrass right here, Shenandoah. We got rye right next to it. Yeah, we'll have to come through here and identify this stuff a little better later in the year. That is the drop seed right there. Did kind of terrible. We'll see how it does later in the year. All right, let's get this done. That's about enough. We'll spread more of this along the road. Yeah, I don't know what kind of grass this is. I'm wondering if that's prairie drop seed. Same with that one right there. Very well could be. And that's the type of seed that I'm spreading right now. We'll have to keep an eye on that stuff and see what kind of seeds it has. Prairie drop seed smells exactly like buttered popcorn, the seed heads do. Yeah, I gotta get rid of some of this stuff though. Some of these bigger weeds. At some point, everything is gonna naturalize, but we're not there yet. All right. Well, I'm going to spread the clovers, finish spreading this, and then I will get back with you along the road. Oh, no, I'll get back with you up in the garden up here. Okay. This area is already naturalizing. A lot of weeds right here, but those will eventually go away. All of these flowers right here, with the exception of the wild carrot, reseeded themselves naturally from the flowers over here. The seeds just washed down the ditch and seeded themselves over here. We have a bunch of side oats grandma right here. It's a beautiful grass. And I'm really surprised that there isn't any that reseeded itself over here, but I do pick it every year. So, oh, there's one right there. That's side oats grandma right there. I have never seeded side oats grandma into here before. This is the first time for the last, I don't know how many years, I've been seeding like just right in here with a flower mix, but that didn't include any of these. It did include like the bachelor button over there. And I planted the entire top of the hill. That is little blue stem, Indian grass, and a little bit of big blue stem. This right here looks like it's purple love grass. I don't see any plumes yet. We'll be able to tell in a little bit. But this stuff, this is silky rye, and this is Canadian rye. I planted a little bit of it over on the corner over there when I first planted this. Oh, I believe this right here is red top. I didn't plant any of that in here either. I planted it way the heck over that way. But a lot of these are native to Wisconsin, so they could have came from anywhere, but for the most part, I believe they self-seeded themselves from other places where I've planted. That is a native right there, the purple one. Not exactly sure what it is. I'm gonna have to find that out on a few of these. I did not burn this area this spring, and it kind of shows. Yeah, that's probably purple love grass right there as well. But it doesn't have any, I don't know, maybe it's just young. This fall, I'm gonna take the majority of the seed that I collect and do the sides of the road here. I'm just gonna toss it in like this and let the whole area naturalize. I do want to control this wild carrot. That is just a nasty weed. Yeah, this area is starting to look really cool. I'm not sure what that is. If that's just, oh, that's a yellow coneflower. It's really small, but that's what it is. And I believe this is a yellow, no, that's a black-eyed Susan. There's black-eyed Susan, brown-eyed Susan, Gaillardia, and one other one that all look similar. All right. That is enough of the side oats. The prairie drop seed I'm only going to do along the edge because it's a tiny seed and it's not going to sprout if I throw it in there. I missed this before. This dainty little grass right here, it's a cool season grass. It's June grass. I planted this way up at the corner right there, the corner of the garden, and I only planted 3 plants. I did that, oh, probably 8 years ago, and it spreaded to here. I've seen it in a couple other places down the hill as well. I'll collect the seed from that real soon. The seed is all ready. Just cut the tops off and strip the seeds off of it, and I'll go spread those in the fall. Pretty cool. Okay, I have the rest of this drop seed. What I'm going to do with that is just go right over to there right before it drops down, and I'm going to take the drop seed and put it all along right at the edge and go all the way up to the end of the prairie garden here. And then I just have the road over there, and we'll go walk the dogs for that. Okay, I was having a hard time with these dogs, so I couldn't record this part, but pretty much the same as the other parts. I scattered the last of the side oats grama right along the edge here. We have this invasive weed here, but the grasses seem to hold their own against it, and the weed may go away like a few of the other ones have. And I also spread the last bag of mixed clover along here. I have no idea if either one of them are going to grow, but it's worth a shot. There's one of my bur oaks right there. There's a single flower, or a single plant, so far, right up around this corner. that either spread on its own, or it's possible it's from me tossing seeds. I've tossed seeds here a few times. Not a whole lot of it is taking here, but eventually it will. And there it is. That actually looks like 1, 2, 3 plants. Purple coneflower. Yeah, the purple coneflower is very aggressive in the way it spreads. Oh, there's another one back there. So that'll be able to compete with this weed, this invasive weed here, because it'll get as tall as it needs to get some height on whatever's around it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We need a lot more of that around here, and a lot more of the orange colored flowers as well. I tossed side oats grandma in all of these patches here between the bur oaks. I have no idea what's going to happen with that, but I'm going to be spraying 2,4-D on all of these areas. This area is almost exclusively goldenrod. A couple other weeds in there as well. And once I kill that back, hopefully the side oats grandma grows. I sprayed 2,4-D on this area, and that's what it looks like. The majority of the broadleaf stuff is dead, and it's just curling up, and you can see that the grasses are starting to take over. So I'm going to want to get as much of my native grasses in here as possible before these field grasses take over. And here is the long view of my native garden. Yeah, this is really turning out beautiful. So if you want to see more of this, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.